It all started with a dream that seemed so far away. Ibidunni, a bright and beautiful young lady, thought her life would go exactly as she planned: finish school, get married, and start a happy family. But life had other plans, and her story became one of faith, hope, and a miracle beyond her imagination. Ibidunni was 20 years old and full of life. She was well-mannered, respectful, and always had a smile on her face. She had a younger sister who looked up to her, and together they were the pride and joy of their parents. Their family was not really rich, but they had love, which made them happy and content. Growing up, Ibidunni's parents taught her and her sister important values. They were raised to be kind, honest, and hardworking. Their home was always filled with laughter, good food, and lots of love. Ibidunni's parents were very supportive of their children's dream and encouraged them to always do their best. Ibidunni loved studying, and she worked very hard in school. She wanted to make her parents proud, and she did just that. After finishing her university education, Ibidunni had to go for her youth service. This was a time when young graduates had to serve their country in different states for 1 year. Ibidunni was excited but also a little bit nervous because she had never lived away from home before. She packed her bags, said goodbye to her family, and traveled to a new state, ready for this new chapter of her life. When she arrived, she joined a church where she felt welcome and happy. It was there that she met a young man named Oluwadare. Oluwadare was 27 years old, the son of the pastor of the church, and the only son and the last child in his family. He was very handsome and kind-hearted. Everyone loved him because he was always ready to help others and had a warm, gentle spirit. Oluwadare and Ibidunni became friends quickly. They would talk after church, share stories about their families, and laugh at funny things. Ibidunni felt comfortable around Oluwadare, and he felt the same way about her. Over time, their friendship blossomed into love. Oluwadare admired Ibidunni's kindness and strength, while Ibidunni loved Oluwadare's caring nature and his deep faith. After their youth service ended, both of them got good jobs. They decided to get married, and their families were very happy. Ibidunni's parents loved Oluwadare because he treated their daughter with respect and love. They had a beautiful wedding, filled with joy and blessings. It was a day they would never forget. But as happy as they were, something was missing. After 1 year of marriage, Ibidunni still wasn't pregnant. At first, she didn't worry too much. Maybe it will happen soon, she thought. But as time went by and nothing happened, she started to feel anxious. She wanted to be a mother, to hold a baby in her arms, and to build a family with Oluwadare. Oluwadare, being the loving husband he was, always comforted her. "Don't worry, my dear," he would say. "God's time is the best. We will have our child when the time is right." Ibidunni tried to stay positive, but it was hard when everyone around her seemed to be asking the same question: when are you going to have a baby? In their second year of marriage, the pressure grew even more. Ibidunni's mother-in-law, Oluwadare's mother, began to lose her patience. She wanted a grandchild and couldn't understand why it was taking so long. She started saying hurtful things to Ibidunni. "What is wrong with you? Why can't you give us a child?" she would ask. These words cut deep into Ibidunni's heart. She felt like she was failing as a wife. No matter how hard she tried to please her mother-in-law, nothing was ever good enough because she couldn't give her a grandchild. People around her, even friends and family, started asking, "When are you going to have a baby?" Some people would whisper and gossip behind her back, making her feel even worse. Despite all this, Oluwadare stood by her side. He never let go of her hand, always encouraging her and reminding her that they were in this together. They visited many doctors and even tried IVF, a special treatment to help people have babies. 2 times, but it didn't work, and Ibidunni felt more heartbroken each time. Her mother-in-law grew more frustrated and meaner. She called Ibidunni terrible names and said things like, "Your name means nothing if you can't give us a child." This made Ibidunni feel so sad and helpless, but she knew she had to be strong. She kept praying and believing that one day God would answer her prayers. As time went on, people continued to question her. Some even offered unkind advice or strange remedies, thinking they were helping. They would say things like, "Maybe you should try this medicine," or "Why don't you go to this healer?" But Ibidunni knew that she had to trust in God's timing, no matter how hard it was. After 5 years of waiting, something amazing happened. Ibidunni didn't feel well one day, so she went to the hospital. The doctor checked her and gave her the most wonderful news. "You are pregnant." Ibidunni couldn't believe it. She was so happy that she cried right there in the doctor's office. She called Oluwadare immediately, and he was overjoyed too. They thanked God and couldn't stop smiling and laughing. But they decided to keep it a secret for a little while longer. They only told Ibidunni's parents. They wanted to make sure everything was okay before telling everyone else, especially Oluwadare's mother, who had been so harsh and unkind. Oluwadare's mother continued to say mean things to Ibidunni, not knowing she was already carrying a baby. She would say, "You are barren. You can never have children." But this time, Ibidunni didn't feel sad. She just smiled because she knew something amazing that no one else knew. A few weeks later, Ibidunni went for a scan to check on the baby. The doctor looked at the screen and said, "You are having twins." Ibidunni was so happy that she almost jumped off the bed. Twins? That means 2 babies at the same time. She and Oluwadare were over the moon with joy. Everything was going well with her pregnancy. She was healthy and happy, and Oluwadare took great care of her. He made sure she ate well, rested, and didn't stress herself. They couldn't wait to meet their little ones. Finally, the day came for Ibidunni to give birth. They went to the hospital and the doctors were ready. But then, something even more amazing happened. The doctors found out that Ibidunni was not just having 2 babies, but 4 babies. 4 healthy, beautiful babies all at once. Ibidunni and Oluwadare were in shock and so happy. They named their babies Hope, Joy, Grace, and Faith. Their family was now complete with these 4 little blessings. When Oluwadare's mother heard the news, she was speechless. She couldn't believe it. She felt so sorry for all the terrible things she had said to Ibidunni. She went to see Ibidunni and with tears in her eyes said, "I am so sorry for everything I said. You are truly blessed. Please forgive me." Ibidunni, with a kind and forgiving heart, smiled and said, "I forgive you, Mama." She knew that patience, love, and faith could move mountains, and she was holding a miracle in her hands. The story of Ibidunni and Oluwadare teaches us that waiting can really be hard. Waiting is really hard, especially when everyone is pressuring you. But no matter how difficult things seem, It's important to stay hopeful and believe in God's timing. And for anyone who is waiting for something special, remember Ibidunni's story. Never lose hope and know that sometimes when you least expect it, miracle happens. And if you watch up to this moment, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking till the end. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share with your friends. See you in my next video. Bye.